Philippine law allows citizens to possess dozens of guns. With the proper permits, even nurses, journalists, and priests can take weapons to work after a 2013 law relaxed restrictions on professions exposed to, quote, imminent danger. Shooting instructor Cesar Sagigit says gun ownership is a tradition.
The old people and our great-grandfather, they're loving hunting.
But some critics of the country's gun culture say there is a correlation between firearm ownership and violent crime. Nandy Pacheco founded the group Gunless Society 25 years ago. He says the Philippines' colonial history explains why so many feel passionate about their weapons.
We got it from the Americans, because we were under the Americans before. And we learned many good things from the Americans. But what we learned most was this addiction to violence, the guns.
Pacheco says he is not calling for a complete gun ban, but he says weapons should not be brought into public places. He says firearms manufacturers and their supporters make the Philippines more dangerous, not less. Ernesto Tabuhara agrees the Philippines can be dangerous, but says that is why Filipinos need their weapons. He is the Secretary General of the lobby group Peaceful Responsible Owners of Guns.
In the Philippines, the crime rate is not due to gun ownership. Actually, it's because of the inability of law enforcement to counter or to arrest all these criminals and terrorists who are operating in our country.
The 2013 gun law was passed to reduce violent crimes, like the more than 8,000 homicides that happen here annually, according to the UN. But some analysts say the law does not stop illicit guns from falling into the wrong hands. Francisco Lara, Philippines country director at International Alert in Manila, says many fatal shootings are linked to the estimated 2 million guns sold on the black market.
That gives you a fairly strong indication that this new gun law has not been able to, at least upon inception and upon implementation in the first year, has not created a dent in terms of the actual amount of weapons in the shadow market.
Last month's deadly clash between government forces and the rebel Moro Islamic Liberation Front left 44 police commandos dead and the future of peace talks in the southern Philippines unclear. Insurgent groups as well as criminal gangs are said to rely on the black market to acquire their weapons. And many of those illegal firearms are believed to have once been registered guns that somehow went missing. Jason Struther for VOA News, Manila.